Interpretation, last stride. Interpretation's done it.
He's just a dream to do anything with. He's so casual. He's got such a good nature. He's very well travelled too, but I would go anywhere with him after being over here with him. He just makes life very easy.
When he had to stand up and be counted and nail the line, he did. Interpretation has got it on the line.
He landed about midnight last Tuesday and he arrived to Matamata about just after 5 Wednesday morning. And he came off, went straight to have a drink, and I just left him alone for a bit. He had a little bit of a breakfast and went and weighed him, brought him out for a pick and just left him alone for the day, just sort of let him settle in, get used to everything. And I was a little bit stressed to start with because he just looked a bit uncomfortable and I thought, oh, you know, but I've just got to remember we haven't just travelled interstate, he's actually travelled to a different country. So I just gave him the benefit of the doubt, left him alone, and come the afternoon, he was bright as a button, straight out for a pick and yeah, happy. The first morning we just came out for a little trot and his action was as good as ever. He just had a look around. I knew we were okay. He just went out, did his thing, and yeah, he's settled in great. Like, he's just really gotten used to everything. When he first arrived out of quarantine, he came to Ballarat where I'm based, and we had him up until he ran in the first Wellington Cup, and then after that he went out for a spell and he's sort of been to all of our locations in Victoria, Fingal, Cranbourne. He's based at Cranbourne and Fingal the last sort of prepping a bit, but he's happy, and I suppose now he's a little bit older and likes to push boundaries a little bit, so he has changed up his training a little bit too. So that's the beauty with working for Ciaron. We've got so many locations and varieties of training, so I think he's a happy horse, and he's come on a lot, obviously, with the gelding and more racing in Australia too. I actually grew up working for a fellow Kiwi, Bevan Lemming, and my dad worked for him for 25 years or so. So I grew up around those stables with Bevan, Jenny, Richard, and like, he was hard but tough man. And I think I owe him a lot because you learn the do's and don'ts, and you know, it was a very good grounding. It's always fun travelling. You do work hard, but you reap the rewards at the end of the day. So I think it is a very good attribute to be able to go and do that. I think these 2 mile races for him have been on the radar since the last Cup too. It was just, we don't really have a lot of those nice races in the lead ups to the bigger races at home. So it was obviously in the back of their minds a long way out because he didn't have overly long out after the Cup. So he still had a nice bit of residual fitness. He's run well with 60.5 before. Obviously he's got that weight because he is the class horse of the field. He went super in the Bagot, so if he runs up to that again, I think he'd be very close.
Who couldn't find. They were followed by Interpretation and Momona down the outer, but it's Grand Piero, placed it last year at the 150, over 2 lengths Interpretation, who's finishing hard. Grand Piero a length and a quarter Interpretation, and Grand Piero's going to win the Bagot. Grand Piero 3/4 Interpretation.
I didn't realise it was 6 hours away. So when they said you'll go Friday, I thought, okay. And then, yeah, still didn't realise how far away it was. But he'll just have another trot and canter tomorrow. Friday, he'll probably just have a trot on the tread. Obviously, I think they're leaving about 5:30, 6 o'clock. So won't change too much with him. He'll just head down there with the rest of them, settle in. And then, obviously, Saturday, yeah, we'll go racing.
Can he do it?
I'd like to think so. I really think he'll be thereabouts. I'd be over the moon because you feel like you've actually done your job properly as such. Yeah, it'd be a big thrill to get him over the line. Obviously, it'd be great for the team at home as well. You just have that little bit, those 1%ers that sort of get you there, and it'd be really good.